And now I'm going to ask Renato to open this session with an opening speech.
Good morning, bonjour, buenos dias. I want to begin my intervention by thanking you for the welcome we're receiving from the kind, hospitable, hardworking and courteous people of the invincible city of Oporto, which is also World Heritage. And I'd like to thank the way that we were welcomed by the Portuguese, receiving us in these Lusitanian lands. We feel the affection with which we are being received, and we will carry with us in our hearts the best memories of Portugal. It's a very well organized event, fantastic event. I would like to emphasize my sincere gratitude to the entire Consul General, to our beloved country, Portugal, namely our fellow members Alda Coceiro, the National President, and Manuel Carves Guedes, the President of the Central Council of Porto, for whom I would like to ask for a great applause. I also would like to greet all the members of the boards, of the structure, the staff members from Paris, the different members of the permanent section, the territorial vice presidents, the zone coordinators, the presidents of the superior councils that are a part of the International Executive Committee, and the representatives of the Portuguese delegation. Some of them are presidents of the local councils. It is with great joy that I declare open this important annual meeting of the permanent section on June 13th, St. Anthony's Day. Welcome to all of you. And may we all enjoy these days of conviviality and fraternity here in Portugal. I also thank Ozanam.tv for the very good communication work that they've been doing, and also for their efforts to broadcast live our meetings. The more open and well-known the Council General International is, the better our governance and our transparency as a confederation. I hope that these countries will also do this at the national levels. Dear friends, this year, 2019, is in fact a year from Paul Lamache. It's a very significant period for all of us in the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, and especially for the Council General, because we are celebrating our 180 years of existence. It is a blessing, a gift from God in our lives. And to properly celebrate this important date, our international plenary is in fact full with news. Let's mention but a few, some of these news. The song The Seven Founders, both in Portuguese and in Spanish. Then the song will be translated into French, English and Italian and other languages. We will also sign a cooperation agreement with the different members of the Society of St. Vincent de Paul. We will launch 2 new books on Vincentian spirituality, apart from the third one that we received by Manuel Carves. we also going to distribute a report or a memorial of the second international meeting of the Vincentian youth. We will also give the medal Charity and Hope, and last year we gave it to the Club Rotary, and this year we will give it to our scouts. Be ready. We're going to approve a protocol of good practices for the crowdfunding tool. We're going to approve the ethical recommendations or good practices for the Vincentians' behavior as far as social networks are concerned. We're going to promote our shops, our Vincentian shops on Saturday morning, bringing some experiences from the United States, Australia, Ireland, and England/Wales. They're going to share with us their own beautiful experiences with all of us. In July, we will also have our first simultaneous world collection dedicated to Vincentian youngsters. This was a request made by the youth in Salamanca. We're also going to provide a management report for our first 3 years of the mandate. And these will be also delivered to the Secretary General of the United Nations during our visit to New York in July. And we're also going to launch our new institutional video of the Society St. Vincent de Paul, because our previous video dates from 2012, so it's quite old. So over these 2 next days, we'll also have the joy of welcoming 2 external guests. Professor Guzman Karikiri from the Vatican and Father Barton Senon, the Superior General of the Religious of St. Vincent de Paul. Apart from this festive atmosphere, our international plenary session will also have important debates and decisions, such as, for example, the excellent opportunity we have to change our headquarters in Paris, allowing the Council General to modernize and have an additional source of income. And as good friends that we are, there is a statement from Lamache which I'd like to quote here. It was the friendship of the group that deserves to be highlighted and associated with the beginnings of the society. Let's follow the examples of our founders. I'm sure that the discussions that will take place here will be done in a climate of friendship, harmony, respect, collaboration, and charity. These are the true Vincentian qualities. Let's reject any kind of discord. Let's reject any false arguments that do not fit with our reality and that move us from consensus. I am a president who's always seeking for consensus, and I hope our deliberations today and tomorrow will also be based on these consensus. Dear friends, at this moment, we are halfway through 3 years of our mandate, and thanks to God and to the board and to the international structure, we have done our very best with lots of dedication, lots of resignation. We've advanced in our strategical planning, in communication, in formation and training, in youth, in administrative management, in the expansion of the Society St. Vincent de Paul, in the process of canonization of Ozanam, widespreading the biography of our 7 founders, fraternal help among countries, and also in many other sectors and departments. However, much remains to be done to complete the other 3 years of the mandates, so we can in fact provide an even better council when my predecessors will arrive. So we are now moving on to expand our governance, also in terms of good practices and transparency. We have increased the board, and we moved now from 7 to 13 members, and we are now welcoming new visions. And then we will make less mistakes. And we have a new Secretary General, our brother Bertrand Housset, whom I'd like to thank for accepting the invitation and for the work he is doing, along also with our fellow members Larry and Joseph Pandian from India. The four of us, we are a family, we are a team, and we also have a new spiritual advisor coming from Argentina, Father Andres Moto, also a true friend of the Vincentians. I'm talking about friendship here, I'm talking about fraternity, the main values in order to be a Vincentian. And before closing my speech, I would like to thank my family, my wife, my son, my daughter Bianca. They've helped me a lot to overcome some personal problems. We all of us have problems in our lives, in our families, in our employment and jobs. So I'd like to thank the board of directors. They really are my great help, and also the staff from Paris. They've done many wonderful things. Very few people and yet so much production. I'd like to thank the national presidents, very loyal people, very faithful to us, and they also contribute to Council General. We can do a lot, but we cannot do everything without the help of major Vincentian countries. It is with your help, with your Vincentian help, that the Council can move on. Thank you to all people, good people, who also want to contribute to the institutional growth of our Confederation. Today, I have no doubt that I'm more experienced individual, more aware of my role that I have to play as a representative of to our society, to the world and to the church. Every day I learn new things, and I'm always seeking immediate correction of my actions when necessary. I am used to pressure, to criticism, just like you, who are also national presidents and you are leaders in your own countries. We always are victims of pressure and victims, and of course we cannot satisfy everyone. But your support, your prayers help me to relieve this burden of my responsibilities, I should say immense responsibilities that I have by being the spokesperson for this true army of charity with 800,000 members. And this way, I hope that our meeting, our session will be very productive, and as friends we might have generous decisions, always thinking about what is the best for the poor and for the needy, and also for our own Confederation. Thank you, Porto. Thank you, Portugal. Thank you to the International Executive Committee. Thank you to the Permanence Section. Thank you to our territorial vice presidents, and to our coordinators, zone coordinators, for the excellent work you are performing in your countries, in the different continents. And I would like now to quote the mission of the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, because sometimes, in some places, we tend to also forget about it. So what is, in fact, our mission? To be a network of friends, seeking sanctification through service to the needy and the defense of social justice. This mission is coming from a research, an international research, from the very beginning of our mandate. And what a beautiful text, the final outcome of this research. To be a network of friends, seeking sanctification through service to the needy and the defense of social justice. Thank you. Thank you, and I wish you all the best, and may God bless us all. Thank you.